Hello students, this is Ms. Herndon for IMED 1316 Web Design, Chapter 1. And we are going to, as you can see, I've already got Dreamweaver open. And I have defined my site as I showed you in the earlier video. We did one little index file. Now, we want to always work from that same site. And all that we're going to do is we're going to start new folders for everything we do. So for this instance, I am going to right click on this on my site, make sure it's actually on the site, and I'm going to do new folder, and you can see the new folder is there, and I'm going to name it CH1 Lecture. And so that's where I'm going to be working from today. And so everything I'm going to do, I'm going to put in this subfolder. And so all of the website that I create, everything will be in that subfolder. Okay, for this file, for the lecture, we need to go back to the class portal shared files, design, and we can go to the shared files. Now, yours border here will look different than mine does. And then go into the student data files, and we want the chapter 1 data files. And you can download them wherever you wish. I put mine in my downloads folder. And you'll notice it's a zip file. And because it's a zip file, we need to extract it. So when you open it, you should get extract all files. And now I'm going to choose where I want it to go to. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave mine in the downloads folder. I won't use all of these files, only the files that are relevant to what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and extract there. And here's my extracted files. Now I'm going to go ahead into chapter 1. And the ones that we're going to use today are the small business files. So I'm going to click into those, and I'm going to hold down my shift key, and I'm going to select both of these with my left mouse button. And once I've done that, then I'm going to do Control C to copy, or you can right click on one of them and do copy. Now I'm going to navigate on my computer my files, and I put mine in Spring 2016, and you'll notice I put website files, so I know that this is where my files are, my local copy. Here's that folder that I named in Dreamweaver, and now I'm going to open those up, and I'm going to right click and paste. And so now these files are in here. It has to all be in that correct subfolder. So I have in my index files, and also have my CSS, which CSS is the cascading style sheets, and it controls how it looks. Okay, so now that I've put that there, I can go back to Dreamweaver, and your files should automatically come in here. If they don't, then you can do this refresh button that's right here, and it should refresh according to the website files that are in your local. You'll notice that right here I have local, and that is what it's showing. We can drop that down if we wanted to go to the remote server and show what's on there. But for the time being, I'm going to keep it on local view. Okay, now I can double click on my index HTML, and it's going to bring up that file. And actually, we're going to jump over in our textbook to page 49. because basically we've done everything already up to page 49. And then we just opened the index file, and now we're on page 50. Now we're going to edit our navigation links. Drag to select the text link 1, and actually I'm going to double click on that, actually triple click on that, so that I can select both link and 1, and we're going to type basics. You'll notice that I am on the design view. Okay, and then we're going to you can either drag through here, or you can triple click to select link 2, and we're going to change that to checklist. And then the third navigation button, we're going to actually select the edge of it. When you select the edge of it and it's red or kind of pink, then you can push delete on your keyboard to delete that particular link, because we're not going to use that one. I'm on page 51 now, and we're going to select header up here. So I can double click on that, and we're going to type small business website basics. Just to show you what's going on, I'm in design view, but there is also the code view. We can go to code, and you can see where the cursor is. I've just replaced the header with small business website basics. I can go to split view and see both, but for our purposes, we're going to stay in design view. Okay, now we're going to page 52. We're going to drag to select heading 1, and then we're going to type marketing. And then we're going to drag to select the paragraph. And you can type the text that's on page 52, step 2. Now we're going to drag to select the footer, or we can double click on it, and we're going to put copyright 2015 period, all rights reserved. Okay, and we're going to go back up to marketing and double click to select it. Then we're going down here to our properties. It should be selected HTML. And the heading here, we want to go to heading 2 instead. And I'm now on page 53. Okay, now we're going to create a link. We're going to select the Basics tab again, and we are going to use the Point to File button, which is this little button down here. It's beside the link, and you'll see right now link, it just has a number sign in it and nothing else. So we're going to use this Point to File button, and we're going to drag it up to the index file, and it needs to be the index file that's within that subfolder we created that was Chapter 1 Lecture. Has to be the right folder. And you can see here the link says simply index.html. Okay, and we're going to click Save. So File, Save, or we could do Control S. Okay, now we're going to add a second page. I'm on page 55. So we're going to click, I'm going to deselect here, and then we're going to click File, and we're going to Save As. And we're going to make sure that we're still in this subfolder of Chapter 1 Lecture. It's so important what folder you're in. Okay. And then we're going to go here and we're going to do Checklist. And we can click Save. So basically what we're doing is we just created a copy of the index HTML file. So now we have two tabs open here. We have the index and we have the checklist. Now I'm on page 56. We're going to create an unordered list. Okay, and we're still in the checklist file, so make sure that's the tab you have selected. And then we're going to select the heading text, which is marketing. I'm going to double click on it. And we're going to change it to website planning list, planning checklist. And select the text in the paragraph. And then type what's in number 2 at the bottom of page 56. Very critical that you do your proofreading. Then we're going to select all of those 3. And then down here in the properties under HTML again, we're going to choose the unordered list. And now you can see that each of the items are bulleted. Okay, and then we're going to click at the end of the 3rd line to deselect the text. Now we're going to add links to the second page. I'm on page 58. So select the text checklist. I'm going to double click on it. and then drag the Point to File button. Here's the Point to File button, and we're going to drag it up this time to Checklist, because that's where we want that to go. Tap or click the index, so HTML. So here we go to this one. And then select the Checklist button again. And we're going to drag the Point to File up to Checklist again. Okay, we're on page 59 now. And with index.html page still displayed, select the text Untitled Document, which is here for the title, and to replace the text. And we're going to type Business Website Basics. Then we're going to go to the checklist HTML, and we're going to change the title to Business Website Checklist. Now we're going to simply do File, Save All. Okay, and we're on Checklist, and we're going to click at the end of the third list. And we're going to tap or click the element Quick View. Okay, we have actually, on page 60 is insert the element Quick View. And actually, the element Quick View did not come into being until the Dreamweaver CC 2014 version. And we're working with Dreamweaver CC. So you'll see that the little tag isn't there for you to do that. You can click into each of these, and these are actually the containers. I do have my live view on. You can put your cursor here in the design view and look at what each of these contain. For instance, here's the body tag. Everything that's highlighted is in the body tag, which is everything. The div container, you can see here's the div container that's highlighted. The div content, unordered list, these are all unordered lists, and each one of these is a list item. You'll notice when we go through the tags that everything over here in the Properties panel changes as we go through. And that's because we can change the CSS designer according to the way that we want it formatted. Okay, but that's a little farther on down the line. Okay, let's go ahead and go to page 61. We're going to click the index.html tag, and we're going to click at the beginning of the document. So before the S, make sure you're in design view. And then we're going to click Commands, and we're going to do check spelling. Okay, and you can see it says online, and it's simply wanting to capitalize that, and we don't want to do that. Let's see. So I'm going to ignore that one, and spelling check is complete. I'm going to click OK. Okay, and I'm going to do File, Save All, so that it saves everything that I have opened, which is both my index and checklist, as well as any CSS changes. They will all be saved with my Save All. Now I'm going to click the Preview Debug in Browser button on the document toolbar. And we're going to choose to preview in Internet Explorer. And yes, I do want to go ahead and update my testing server. And yes, I always want to include the dependent files. When it says dependent files, it's talking about the other files that are related in this portion of the website. And so now I've gone to my actual website, and you can see that this is actually on the internet. And if we want to play around with our buttons, oops, now look, see, my checklist didn't work. Let's go back to Dreamweaver and find out why it didn't work. I'm going to go ahead and put this file, use the up arrow, yes, to be sure that it gets uploaded. Go back to my Internet Explorer and refresh, and now it's there. And I should be able to go back and forth. Okay, when you need Dreamweaver help, we can go over here and we can simply go to Help, and we can click on Dreamweaver Help. Or we can go to the Support Center, and there's all sorts of different videos also. There's a little I right here, Information, and if you click on that, it will take you to Dreamweaver tutorials that are really, really, really good. Each one of these is a tutorial. Okay, for your chapter labs, what I'd like for you to do is to go back to your site each time, click on your site, and then right click, and then do New Folder, and you'll see it's going to put a new folder directly. Actually, this kind of skipped down. I don't know why it did that. It should be this one. It should line up from here. And I'm going to rename this CH1 L1, or you can put Lab 1. And then this is where I would want to store all of my files for Chapter 1, Lab 1. It is essential that all of your files get stored in the right place. I'm no longer working on these files here. So I would want to open a new file for here, or do whatever Chapter 1, Lab 1 starts. But as far as the site information will always stay the same for you. And you'll simply add subfolders to the site. Please let me know if you have questions. Thank you.